Good morning. It's February 9th. It's a big week for our campaign. And we're going to start hitting on some topics that no one discusses, which we need to talk about, which, number one, is Chris Murphy's priorities. They are completely out of whack. He doesn't care about New Haven's crime and the recent murder of the Yale student, targeted, and it's a crying shame, folks, because let me highlight what he is focused about. Now, here we go. What he should be looking at is this current article. Here we go. I'm going to put it on screen. Read it. Antifa, Black Lives Matter, march through D.C., chant, burn it down. Okay? We don't know who's funding this, but Bloomberg paid parole and posted bail for the guys in Florida and Portland and other cities. Bloomberg's followers posted bail for a lot of people in Black Lives Matter that were arrested. So what's happening here? They're impeaching the president for promoting a peaceful protest and doing absolutely nothing about militants in Antifa. This is not my point. I want to work on a much bigger picture, folks. This is just the background in America, because what we do need to talk about is coming up on the screen. As you know, the Logan Act was used to arrest Flynn, but Murphy violated the Logan Act. And what happened was, let's go through the facts. In Iran, 1,500 people were killed during a protest in Iran 1 year ago. Okay? What happened? Read the articles, watch the videos. It's very important because Murphy met with Iran, okay, in Germany, and violated multiple clauses of multiple laws by doing so. What do you need to know? Follow the articles. 1,500 protesters killed during Iran uprising. 29 people confirmed dead. Look, the Iranian resistance has compiled information on the deaths of at least 400 in Tehran, 320 in Kermanshah, 270 in Fars, 240 in Khuzestan, 120 in Isfahan, 100 in Alborz. Now, if you look down, eyewitnesses say hundreds of bodies were taken to Namazi Hospital in Shiraz, and that those bodies haven't been counted. Go down the information that we do have that's reliable. Let's continue. Here we go. All these stories about the administration, and here, senators challenge to war powers blocked. You need to read about the Wars Power Act. This is super complicated, and I want to leave the door open for commentary. I'm willing to do 10 posts on Chris Murphy and his Iran policy, but this is number one. So here we go. Murphy, the administration must come to Congress to authorize any future military action against Iran. Okay? He commented about General Soleimani's assassination, and he suggests that the world would be safer with Soleimani in it. He has led to thousands of people being killed in Iran. The irony of this is that people are protesting in Washington, D.C. without cracking down on them. And now Murphy, our senator, is saying in Yemen that he condemns Saudi Arabia fighting against a government-sponsored terrorism. Iran also government-sponsored terrorism. You can look at the videos. You can play this video.
Thank you very much, Senator Blumenthal. Thank you all for joining us here today. It is shocking to know that the United States has engaged in the assassination of a high-level foreign official, despite the fact that he unquestionably is responsible for...
Despite the fact that he's responsible. Hold on a second. People, this is your senator. You're not complaining. You need to go through all these facts. Look at all these videos.
National
You have to skip the ads,
to the coronavirus pandemic. The conversation hosted by the about the situation in Yemen, the U.S. role in the conflict there, and the Biden administration's changes to U.S. strategy in the region. He's followed by Iowa Republican Chuck Grassley, who discussed the nomination of Alejandro Mayorkas to lead the Department of Homeland Security and why he's voting against confirmation. The confirmation vote for Alejandro Mayorkas will take place on Monday at 5.
What they're doing is they're going down a road of multiple conflicts, and they're agreeing to pay $1.3 trillion to foreigners of our capital, when in fact the money should be going to New Haven, Hartford, Waterbury, Bridgeport, where there's no prosecutors. There's 6 vacancies for prosecutors. We're releasing all our we released 9,000 prisoners of our 19,000 prisoners. We just closed our 3rd prison, okay? And they're letting these violent people out on the street who are marching, can't get a job. And look at the unemployment rate. It's a sham. We don't have 6.3% unemployment. Hundreds of thousands of people have fallen off the back of the 6-month unemployment number. We're probably at 30% unemployment, folks, not 6. So we need to change the way we look at the numbers, get someone in the Senate that A, has ethics, B, has an economics background, and can possibly fix what's going on. If you look at these videos about the Black Lives Matter, here, let's watch. Okay? Go to the Epoch Times. Read the Epoch Times. It's very, very important. It's one of the only news sources that is releasing information about daily occurrences around the country dealing with violence. Our violence, New York's murder rate is grew 200%. Burglaries are up 300% in Manhattan. That's coming to Connecticut. They're saying, oh, it's great for Connecticut because the houses that are for sale, people are fleeing in fear, buying unseen properties in Fairfield County, working from their homes, from the internet, I understand, but there's other problems with that too, which we're about to face. If you want, I can continue. Look at this, okay? This is Bloody November, about the 1,500 people murdered by the Iran government. Here we go. 17-year-old child, Mohsen Mohammedpour. 16-year-old, Mohammed Dashkatana. 27-year-old, Puya Bak Hitari. And all these memories of kids looks like a nice kid. Fatally shot him. You can listen. You can watch. By the way, there is a video of the Mullah giving instruction to do whatever it takes to stop that protest. And he mowed 1,500 people down, and that's a low estimate considering that hundreds have gone to hospitals that were unaccounted for. They're in the thousands, folks. It's probably over 2,000 easily. So when you look at what our state Senate is doing, Richard Blumenthal and Murphy, Richard Blumenthal wrote the Iran deal, paid billions to people using centrifuges, actively discussing assassinating our president, actively discussing the destruction of the West, okay? Dirty bombs. Look at the Iran deal. Look at the Hillary Clinton campaign. Look at her Uranium One deal. Bill Clinton got a $500,000 bribe for that speaking engagement in Russia. Okay, we shouldn't be selling our stockpile of uranium through Canada for a fee. And what Hillary was supposed to do as Secretary of State, she was supposed to keep Congress involved in those decisions, and she never did. So the Senate Judiciary, Richard Blumenthal's on the Senate Judiciary. Richard Blumenthal brought Comey down from the FBI in Hartford to run the Hillary investigation, which was botched. 33,000 emails? Yes, it's important. WikiLeaks? Yes, it's important. What about Julian Assange? It's very important. And what's happening is it's being buried by Richard Blumenthal, Chris Murphy, and it's criminal, folks. They're putting us at risk. It's now lighting the fires in Washington, D.C. I want to keep this short, but I'd like commentary. I will play you in the second video the Mullah's statements. And I am now going to dub Chris Murphy Senator Mullah Murphy. Okay? We should not have him in any role of our foreign relations in the Senate. Now, both Murphy and Blumenthal took bribes from Leitner, Burisma's lobbyist, in the Biden controversy, and Chris Murphy threatened to remove all Democratic support for Ukraine if Biden was investigated on behalf of Trump. And he got paid to do it. So, they voted twice to impeach. Now they're going to do it a third time. And guess what? They were bribed by Burisma during the entire criminal event. And Trump had every right to withhold the money given his foreign intelligence that he was receiving. Now we have the Bidens still in control of a Chinese entity that is a manufacturer of aircraft parts, military complex for energy production. We have multiple connections to China, and we're not even talking about China's investment in Dominion through UBS in Stamford, Connecticut, right next to my Congressman Jim Himes's office. So that's enough for one video. Please watch, share, comment. We can go down this road. It's a wormhole. It's very important. And we're going to touch upon how Connecticut's elections have been falsified in the past, because they have been. And you ought to know, why did every Democrat win by 60% and every Republican lose by 40% in Connecticut? Because it's a formula that they're following. Why did all those counties in Michigan also lose by 60% and 40%. Switching votes. It's a function of the voting fraud. Thank you very much. Have a great day. I appreciate it, and we're going to get there, folks. Follow me and we'll get there.